Okay, guys, I am bored and I have nothing to do. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to look at our good friend Archivlogs and we are going to look at his shorts. Why? Because I'm bored. This is what happens when I don't have crumble cookie and it's Sunday. I get bored. And when I get bored, you guys are going to suffer. Let's go. I feel I feel this one because once you are done being a student, you are going to go through the whole range of it's almost like the five levels of grief and it's a mess. Let's go.
Why Indian architects don't get hired abroad and especially in Western countries. Here are few of the reasons. Reason number one is the syllabus. Our syllabus is absolutely different from what kids are being taught here in Western countries, and we don't have similar level of emphasis on technology as well. Second reason is we don't have international tie-ups. For example, our universities and architecture certification board like COA has no tie-up with international universities and architecture registration boards like AIA, CACB or AACA. Third reason is the
Now there is a way that you could get licensed. There is a pathway. Uh, I know with NCARB there is a pathway. I'm not sure with AIBC. I think AIBC, the Architect Institute of British Columbia, I believe there's a pathway as well. If you already have your degree and licensing in another country, US and Canada are one thing. US, Canada, and Mexico are one thing, kind of, sort of. But outside is a completely different story.
registration process. In India, if we complete our Bachelor's of Architecture, we don't have to do anything else. We can just apply, pay the fees, and get our architecture license. But here in countries like Canada, Australia, US, UK, you have to clock in few thousand hours after completion of your Bachelor's of Architecture and then give an exam to become an architect. Reason number four is the construction techniques and methodology, and even the submission process. It's totally different. Here the construction is done majorly in timber, but in our country we usually go for brick and RCC construction. This particular thing also make the international firms hesitant for hiring international architects, especially from India. So the best way to find a job abroad for architects from India becomes the master's way, where you go to a country, do a master's or 2 years master's, and then get a job over there. And a lot of people are doing this. Second way of getting a job abroad is by working for an international firm which is doing an outsourcing work in India. For example, a lot of international firms, they outsource work in India. So once you are in association with these companies and have certain amount of experience, your chances of getting hired abroad increases significantly. And for more such videos, keep following Aki Vlogs.
He is 100% correct. The best way, I think sometimes the best way is to get with like a HOK Sports, a Populous, or a company that has branches in many different countries. That would be probably best for you. They will help you a lot. Let's go next one. Oh, not this game.
Top 5 high paying countries for architects in 2025. First on my list is Switzerland. You can get paid up to $60,000 to $65,000 a year. Second on my list is USA. You can get paid from 55 to 65,000 US dollars if you have completed your masters or you have 2 years of work experience. Next on my list is UAE. You can get paid up to 40 to 45,000 US dollars if you have 2 years
I would honestly go with UAE. If you can go with UAE, go with the UAE.
of work experience or masters with you. Next on my list I have Australia. Here again you can get paid from 45,000 US dollars to 50,000 US dollars if you have enough experience and if you have done your masters. Last but not the least is the country that I am in right now, that is Canada. You can get paid from 40 to 50,000 US dollars if you have 2 years of experience or if you have done masters over here. I have made a detailed video on why I have made this list in this way. So please go ahead and check that video out before judging this list. Now I guess what would be the
I'm actually going to do a video on that list soon. I'm going to do a reaction to that video really soon.
average salary for architects in India with 2 years of experience and master's degree? Let me know in the comment section and keep following Archi Vlogs. This is a free website for architects to do a quick shadow analysis of any site around the world. The site name is Shademap, and this can do a real-time simulation of these shadows that will be casted on your site from the surrounding structures and site. This can help you to design better and understanding the site context, where you can design in terms of maximizing or minimizing the heat gain on your site or the structure that you are designing. This can be even helpful for the people who are planning to have solar panels on their structures. By these simulations, you can understand on what date and what month your site will be covered by shadows from surrounding structures or a site feature. So go ahead.
Yeah, that's how I feel too, man. That looks really cool. I'm going to have to check that one out. Let's go to the next one.
I'm sure you guys might have seen these visuals from Los Angeles. Many people have lost their life and billions of dollars of properties have been burned. But what if I told you this village in Japan has been prepared to fight fires like this? This entire village has been fitted with state-of-the-art fire hydrant system which are autonomous in nature and start sprinkling water in the entire town in case of fire emergency. Now let's just imagine these cities with wildfire histories like this one are fitted with these kind of autonomous fire hydrant systems. I'm sure even if these systems are not 100% efficient, are not 100% successful, I'm sure they will be able to save a lot of people's life and even protect a lot of property from being damaged from these wildfires.
Here's my thoughts on this. This is actually a very cool concept. And I know that Japan does have stuff like this. I think China also has stuff like this. The problem is this is the United States where the insurance is going to say, no, you can't have that because they'd rather turn down your claim when your house does burn down. I think should have learned. I think insurance companies should have learned their lesson by now. But of course, we know they never learned their lesson. So whatever.
My team is
no.
I turned this sketch into this and this one to this in seconds. I did it by using an AI called Prom AI. Here you just have to upload your sketch, no matter how bad it is. Type in the prompt describing your sketch, then you can go ahead and select how you want the AI to generate the image, what kind of architectural features you want, and then click on generate. And within seconds, you will have your options ready for you. The best thing about this AI is that you have a lot of control over the outputs. It doesn't take a lot of liberty in creating something that is not there in the sketch or your image or anything that you have put into this AI. This gives us more control over what the final output will be, which is a very great feature for all the architects out there. And there are a ton of other features specifically customized and specifically made for architects. You can go ahead and try this AI for free using the code given in the description and judge it by yourself. And for
Okay, we are going to go ahead and look that one up. I'm actually looking at it right now. That's actually really cool. ArcV. Okay, I'm gonna have to remember that. Let's go to. We'll do a couple more.
just imagine they built this entire structure for an architecture competition or an exhibition that was internationally held back in 1967. इतने साल पहले भी they were doing these kind of stuff and we stopped doing such great and massive events around the world, and they made this just to prove a point that they are dedicated towards the environment. this is such a US thing to do. And just look at the size of this entire structure from here, and you can judge from my uh, scale, the entire scale of this structure. It's so massive. Like each frame
It
that you are
is.
able to see is like, look at this. It's like so big, and every bar is like this huge. So imagine the weight of this entire structure that is going around this. Wow. Just have a look at it. It's massive. I can't even take the entire dome in just one frame.
That is Epcot slash Las Vegas Sphere, which I'm going to do a video at the Las Vegas Sphere at some point this year. I will be in Vegas this year, so I'll probably do it. Let's do a couple more.
I think every architect who is following me right now would know which structure is behind me. And I want you to guess, mention your guesses, which structure is this which is behind me. Oh.
I don't know, but it's pretty cool. No, not you.
Top 3 questions by architecture students in my DM. The first one is, will my grades affect my job or my perspectives of getting a good job after completing my architecture?
No.
So my answer is no. Most of the companies or firms, they look at your portfolio first. So what will matter after architecture is your portfolio and your skills and how you market yourself in your portfolio. Second question that I have is masters compulsory after architecture? So my answer is absolutely not. If you have good skills, if you have confidence on yourself, you can definitely go and have a job, and you will get a good job if your portfolio is good and if your skill sets are good. So masters is not compulsory, but if you want to enhance your career, uplift your career, and probably get a better salary package, then masters is something that I would say you should prefer.
Okay, it depends. You do. It depends on your bachelor's. If your bachelor's was accredited, you really don't need a master's. But if it wasn't, then you need that master's. But do you absolutely need it? Do you actually need a bachelor's to work? Actually, not bachelor. Do you need a master's to work in architecture? Technically, you don't even need a bachelor's. If you have an advanced diploma, or certificate in certain things, they'll give it to you. You get the job.
We do masters abroad and work in India? So my answer is absolutely not. And do this only if your parents have a lot of money to finance your masters and finance you to go abroad, and you don't have to pay off a loan. And guys, on this specific question, I have made a very detailed YouTube video, so please go ahead and check that video out. And guys, for more such amazing content, keep following Aki Vlogs.
Let's all just go to Australia and call it a life. Anyway, go check out Archie Vlogs. He's a good dude. He puts out a lot of good educational content. But we have to introduce Mr. Aki Vlogs to Crumble Cookie. Give me your address. I'll send you Crumble Cookie.